everyone, welcome to our Thursday evening clinical Pilates class. It's a spinal mobility and strength, so neck, thoracic, lumbar. So mobility and strength to those areas, so hopefully you enjoy it. Placing your feet hip distance apart, nice soft knees, growing tall towards the ceiling, keeping that peach tucked underneath your chin, wide collarbones, shoulder blades connecting down towards your back pockets, finding that neutral spine, and then drawing in lower abdominals, little lift up through your pelvic floor to center. So just start rolling through those shoulders for me, nice big circles. And then floating your arms up, palms facing down, big reach to your back walls, keeping that pelvis nice and still, keeping those shoulders away from your ears. Use that full range. We want to change any stiffness, any tightness that we've got. And then reaching all the way around. So behind the ears, shrugging the shoulders up, pulling the shoulders back down and unwinding. Last one. Roll downs for me, so chin down towards your chest, peeling each spinal bone forwards in order, lengthening through the back of your legs, taking a deep breath in here, and then breath out, tucking that tailbone under, stacking each spinal bone back on top. Chin is the last thing to lift. And go again, in through the nose, out through the mouth. Last one for me. And then in to squat. So widening through your stance, all the way down, squatting down, pushing those hips forwards, squeezing those glutes, a little squeeze at the top. Last one. And then into toy soldier. So opposite arm, opposite leg. Big reaches. Nice and long through those arms. No bend in the elbows. I know sometimes it's very tempting to want to do this. Long, long, long. And then into walking for me. So high on the toes. Dropping the heels, left to right. And relaxing down, lovely. So stretching around the neck first of all. So when we stretch our neck, please, please, please make sure that you are not slumped as you do these exercises. I want you to be nice and tall, wide collarbone, shoulder blades connecting down towards your back pockets, and then taking your head across. Over pressure if you can, and we're just going to hold this static stretch. So apply enough over pressure that you can feel it, but obviously don't apply too much where you feel like that muscle's fighting back against you. And swapping to the other side, head over and pull. So keep that shoulder down, keep that spine long. And then coming into chin to chest. So chin down, again, make sure that we're not rounded through that back, nice and long, chin down. Pressure at the back of the head and not at the top of the head. I do see some people placing pressure here. Make sure it's at the back of the head. And then we are going to come to the side. Side bend, half roll down, so you're going to come forwards, stack all the way back on top again to the other side. So make sure you've got that full length before you then come forwards into that half slump, and then stack each spinal bone back on top. Chin is the last thing to lift. We are going to do one more from left to right when you get back to your first side. Lovely. You are going to take your arms out to the side. So again, we want our shoulder blades to be stabilizing, our spine to be long, and you are going to twist from left to right for me. Now, the temptation is to let your arms come across your body, okay? Now, imagine as though you've got a broom. A broom, how old-fashioned is that? A broom, a mop, a brush. Something long behind your neck, holding onto it, and going from left to right. So your arms do not want to come forwards from their position. They just stay as stabilized as possible, and it's the trunk that does all the rotation. Because your arms are quite long, they're going to act like a little bit of overpressure with momentum as you twist, okay? So breath out, breath in. Pushing into that stiffness. So you can see I'm kind of getting a bit of momentum as I twist, and then I'm coming back. So I'm not gently going round and gently coming back to the center. Try and get a little bit of momentum as you go from left to right. Long through your spine. No rounded positions, lifting up through that breastbone. Tall, tall, tall. One more left to right. Lovely. And relaxing down. So from here, you are going to come down onto your knees. One leg's going to go back and the other arm is going to reach up. Back again, leg goes back, reach round. So keep working from left to right for me. Big reaches. Try and get your hand. I'm going to show you from this direction actually. So as your arm goes back, try and get as much rotation as you can, you know, almost like take the arm over the other side of the body if you've got that mobility and range. One more left to right. Lovely. Coming down onto the mat for me. So we're going to work around the neck again. Just little subtle movements through our neck. So Obviously in the classes I'm always talking about posture and position, but we can get our deep neck flexors to engage, to do a little bit of extra work, which is going to help our posture of our neck. If our deep neck flexors don't shorten, they don't hold that head in a nice alignment, okay? So if they become quite long and underused, you get this type of position, that forward protracted head position, and you compress in the neck and it makes you predisposed to getting neck pain. It also, your mid-back, because your mid-back follows what you're doing. You can see it becomes more rounded. So we'll work our deep neck flexors and keep working down the spine. And also if we're compressing and stacking on our neck like that, it makes us more susceptible to nerve root irritation, okay? So then we can get neurological issues from the neck coming down the arm. So, relaxing here. Actually, no, not relaxing. That is not the word I need to say because we don't relax in these classes. Right, so forehead on your block, arms out to the sides. So you are going to very gently just retract your head back and then lower back down again. So we're working against gravity. So when I show you your postural positions, we're actually not acting against gravity that much. It's a little bit easier to get there. So in this position, we're going to have to raise and lift the head away from the mat, peach underneath your chin, length through the back of the neck, and then returning back down again. So breath out, raise, breath in, lower. So as you raise that head, you're not raising it and extending and looking across your room. You keep looking down at this mat, squeezing those deep neck flexors at the front at that end position. Two more of these. Relaxing down, arms down to the sides. So we're going to do 3 sets of 20-second holds. So you're going to raise up, a little squeeze of your shoulder blades together as well, and we're going to hold for 20 seconds. So when you're ready, 3, 2, 1, raise and go. Relaxing down. Short recovery period, 2 more of those coming up. Again, if you're not using your deep neck flexors properly, you just won't feel that connection to the front of the throat here, to the front of the neck. So you should feel like a little squeeze, these muscles starting to work. And again, as you raise, you'll squeeze the shoulder blades together a little bit, and you should feel that in your mid-back between those shoulder blades, that static work of those muscles as well. So when you're ready, 3, 2, 1, raise and hold. I'm relaxing down. So again, little rest period, and then we're going to come up again. Ready? 3, 2, 1, raise and hold. Relaxing down, lovely, straight into cobras for me. So Pushing all the way up, extending that spine. Deep breath in at the top to hold. Breath out, elbows down, chest down, forehead down. So as soon as you start adjusting to that stretch, you can bring your feet closer together and your hands closer underneath your shoulders. Two more. And then coming onto your side. So we're going to do static work, static holds. How long shall I get you to hold for? Let's say 20 seconds. Anyone who wants to go a little bit longer, I'll let you do that yourself, maybe up to 30. But then we'll have a rest, swap to the other side, and again we're going to do we'll do 3 rounds of these. Okay, so 20-second holds. So arm up to the top here. We're going to do half raises and hold. So when you're ready, make sure that that elbow is directly underneath your shoulder as well. 3, 2, 1, raise and hold. Relaxing down. So if you fancy an extra 10 seconds on there, you're more than welcome. So just quick swivel around. Again, if that elbow isn't directly underneath your shoulder here, it's going to be an angle. It's going to feel really uncomfortable on that glenohumeral joint. So just make sure that that elbow is directly underneath that shoulder for me. So raising up through that arm. 3, 2, 1. Lift and hold. Relaxing down. If you fancy that a little bit extra, you're more than welcome to. So again, make sure you're in that right position. Make sure that your feet are behind your body as well. Okay, so don't have them down here as you raise. 3, 2, 1, go. And relaxing down, well done. To the other side. Perfect. So again, arm nice and high. Elbow in the right position under that shoulder. 3, 2, 1, raise. And relaxing down. See, the thing I can't get over at the moment is anyone who wasn't in the live class and started, you won't know this story, but anyone on demand, Christina is on holiday and she's just told me she's doing Pilates with a glass of wine. So I'm thinking, I would like a glass of wine as well. Red wine, you had white wine, Christina, but I am a red wine drinking girl. I was thinking, oh, as I'm holding here, I could just quickly, or I could have a straw. A straw would work, wouldn't it? 3, 2, 1, go. But Christina is on holiday as well. Let me just point that out. She doesn't normally do Pilates with wine every Thursday, or does she? I don't know. And relaxing down. Last side for me. Lovely. So last one, let's finish these ones strong. So raise and hold. And take yourself all the way down for me. So you're going to need your thin head block on top of your thick one. Arm openings. So 3, 2, 1, all the way over and then return. So as you rotate back, try not to let that pelvis rock back with you, okay? Keep it really, really nice and still. Two more of these. So hopefully you're close to the floor, if not already on the floor with those rotations. Swap into the other side. So again, little gap underneath here, long through that spine. Breath out all the way over, breath in. Keep pushing, try and get that little bit further, close to the mat if you can. Two more. Lovely. And then lying on your back. So, thin head block. Into a tabletop position for me. So finding that neutral, drawing in through that core nice and tight, taking one leg up and the other leg to follow. So keep this abdomen as flat as you possibly can, so no doming, no bracing and pushing outwards. Keep drawing in lower abdominals, navel to spine if you need to stop that abdomen from protruding forwards as well. So we are going to tap into our scissors. So breath out, tap, breath in as you return. Breath out, tap, breath in, return. So as soon as you start losing that control, as soon as that lower back starts raising away from the mat, stop, reset yourself, brace that tad little bit harder. So when you're drawing in through your core, it's somewhere from 30 to 50% effort. So when you're bracing and drawing in your core and connecting with that stability, it's not a maximum effort, okay? It's just a really, like I say, 30 to 50%, half max contraction, and that will help with endurance, okay? Because we want it to stay switched on for a long period of time. If we hold it maximally, it's going to tire really quickly, okay? It's going to work different muscle fibers as well. So we need to just keep that really low level connection. One more left to right, bringing your knees in towards your chest, nice and tight. And then back into a tabletop position. So from here, combination exercise, you are going to circle through the leg, and then you are going to straighten through the leg. So circle, round, stretch away, okay? And keep working from left to right for me with that really nice control through your core, building up the endurance for your pelvic lumbar stability. And then we know, obviously, the stronger our core is, the more protection and support we have for our lumbar spine as well, preventing lower back pain. So just connect with a nice, smooth, controlled movement. Four more rounds of these for me. Lovely, and then relaxing down. So ankles and knees nice and tight together. Arms out to the sides, palms facing upwards, and coming into our hip twist. So look into the opposite side that you turn. Exhale, reach. Inhale as you return. One more left to right, and then we're going to finish off with a little bit of a challenge, but I'm going to show you some alternatives to do if you would prefer. So, full version is going to be crisscross, okay? Easier version is going to be oblique twists. So you're going to go from left to right from this position. If you want to make it harder, you're going to work from a tabletop position, left to right, to make that even harder, full crisscross. So pick what's appropriate to you. Last minute to finish. So breath out, breath in. Breath out, breath in. Big reaches with those legs. Big crunch across. One more left to right. And then bringing those knees into the chest, giving them a squeeze. So very gently, rolling through those knees, circle in, 10 times one way, 10 times the other. Up onto your knees, and then we're going to stretch into our hip flexors. Static hold all the way down. So Black Friday sales will be starting. Who, put your hand up if you shop in the Black Friday sales. I do mostly all of my shopping on that day, and then wait for it all to be delivered. I literally sit there for hours in the evening. Well, if I get a chance in the morning, I'll do a bit in the morning, just scrolling, just trying to find things, good deals for people. Swap to the other side. Normally I find things that I like myself, which Ben hates me for. I'm like, sorry, that just arrived for me, did it? So when you're ready, coming all the way up into standing for me. So feet hip distance apart, double knee bend, sweeping those hands into the center, breath out as you go all the way over the top. Last one. And relaxing down, everybody. Thank you very much for joining me in that class. Thank you very much, Christina, all the way from Mauritius. Woo! Please do have a lovely evening, everyone, and I will see you again at one of our other classes.